Commander, retired Colonel Mike Jernigan. Colonel, thanks for being with us here today. Let's talk about that lifespan, how long they can hold out in Iran. Do you expect that intelligence is correct, that in fact they could hold out amidst this blockade for months?
Hey, good afternoon, Will. Sure, the Iranian people are resilient and can hold out. It's the Iranian government that, as Secretary Rubio was saying, is very fractured. And it's fractured in two significant pieces, among others. The IRGC, which appears to be running the country, and then all of the ministers and parliamentarians and the government officials that have to pay the bills. So a question of, will Iran cease to exist as a country and they can outlast the blockade? Yes, they can outlast the blockade. Militarily, economically, I don't think they can outlast the blockade economically.
So let me talk to you about the pressures that might come to bear on Iran externally beyond the United States. All the Asian countries rely heavily on those international waterways that go through the Strait of Hormuz. What do you expect is going on behind the scenes, notably with China? What is China saying to Iran?
I think China's scrambling for influence. We've been doing this now for 2 months, and we're only recently beginning to hear of Chinese comments. And mostly they're to say that we're going to veto anything the UN decides to do, which is also interesting. But the Chinese buy 80 to 90% of Iran's dark fleet oil. All of that oil that is specifically sanctioned for violating UN and United States, the Chinese are the ones that are buying those. So they have enormous influence over the Iranians. So the Chinese saw their systems running the Iranian ships all not work and sink. And now they're up against economic challenges as well.
And the question is, the question I have for you, Colonel, is can the Chinese push us towards peace? Can they influence Iran toward this deal? Everyone describes the Iranian regime as somewhat irrational, as certainly full of religious fervor. The question is whether or not there is someone internally capable of bringing everyone together under some influence, either President Trump or China, towards a deal. And I'm beginning to wonder what could be done by China.
You know, I may have misheard your question, so I'll answer it in two parts. I don't think the People's Republic of China can push the United States in any way. I just say that, whether it's to a deal or not. Now, if the PRC can push the Iranians, yes, that is welcome, because the Iranians have a nuclear weapon aspiration and recent capability. And so that needs to go away forever. Not 20 years, not 30 years. It needs to go away forever. So if the PRC can influence the Iranians to say, stop being bullies in the region, stop holding the Straits of Hormuz as an economic hostage, and open up to the world order, then yay for the PRC. However, the PRC has an ethical dilemma because they are doing the same thing in the Philippines and other places in the South China Sea.
Yeah, but just out of purely self-interest, China needs that oil coming through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is described as a client state of China. At some point, you would expect that China would say, for their own self-interest, get a deal done, Iran. The question then would be, would Iran listen to China? All right, Colonel Mike Jernigan, thanks so much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.